Varsity Viewpoint. I am Mr. Book, joined by Dane, Logan, and this week our special guest,
Nathan Taylor.
He's just waving.
Starting off hot.
we are going to start off this week with all the guys that just got called down to the office to get their stipends for state, the cross-country fellas.
Cross country's going to state this weekend. It's in, where is it? Peoria. Last week was in Olney. I know Max Weber led our team in sectionals. I think he finished sixth overall. I think our team finished sixth overall at sectionals. Good enough to qualify for state.
It just feels like that's an every year thing for them.
It is. It is.
Like, it's not going to stop. Even when Max is gone, I feel like the program's strong enough, they'll always be there.
Mr. Peel's always doing something right there.
Yep.
For sure.
So good luck to the boys at Peoria this weekend. Bring us home a medal. That'd be awesome. Some more postseason stuff going on with esports. Fortnite has already qualified for state.
Let's go Fortnite.
Yeah, go Fortnite. Valorant suffered a playoff loss last night we were the 3 seed. We lost to the 6 seed Astoria. We're looking to get our get back tonight as we also face Astoria in Rocket League in the playoffs.
Get back's coming.
Dane, right?
Get back is
Dane.
coming. What do you say?
That's you, right?
Oh yeah.
Go Dane.
So we got to win
Go
this
Dane.
week and then next week to qualify for state, which will be at Northern Illinois University on the weekend of the 23rd.
Who will we play next week?
We won't know until, I don't know, the winner of whoever's next to us in the bracket. I don't know.
Who's next to us?
I have no idea. So I'll be more prepared next week to talk about that.
I'm sure you will.
First time we've really been able to bring up wrestling. So I was looking at Exposure IL on Instagram, and they released the top 10 to 12. It was really weird. They did top 10 for every weight class in 1A and 2A. Or, no, 2A and 3A. In 1A, they did the top 12, which I thought was pretty suspect. I think they moved to 12 just so they could get all the Edwardsville kids in there because they were all ranked 11 and 12. But we have 4 wrestlers ranked in the top 10 in the state preseason. At 165, Wojo, number 5. At 144, Nathan Herron is ranked number 3. At 132, Bradley Ruckman, also ranked number 3. And at 126, Avery Jamie, number 8. So, yet again, another strong year incoming for CM Wrestling. We did lose a couple seniors in Bryce and Caleb Scott, but we've gained quite a few freshmen as well. This is going to be a strong freshman class with starters like Damon Price and Knox for Bias, Leland. There's a few others that might start, so I'm pretty excited about wrestling season.
Wrestling looked exciting, and another thing that starts next week is basketball for the boys. Girls started this week. They have a few weeks before their first game, 2 weeks, I think. They play
22nd.
The 22nd. Yeah, they're in the Taylorville tournament. They play Rochester on the 22nd and Taylorville on the 30th.
There will be other games in between. They do that really weird. They always show the girls' first game, and then they show their game against Taylorville, the host of the tournament. But there's games in between. Like last year, they had 3 games.
That's an 8-day gap.
Yeah, they had like 3 games in the first 4 days last year. They won that tournament.
Yeah, they went 11-0 at the start of last year, and obviously won the tournament, winning every single game they had. Boys basketball, they start practice on Monday.
You ready?
I'm not ready.
Man, better. Monday's coming quick.
I wish you guys to have a wonderful season. I will be in full support of you guys from the other side.
The other side of what? The gym?
Yep, I'll be on the bleachers right there, cheering you guys on.
Other side of the bench, you mean?
Yeah, other side of the bench. We'll see Dan on Monday.
You wish.
But that last year, kind of a rough start in the tournament. They play at the Hoopsgiving tournament like every year in Roxana.
Mm-hmm.
First game against Wood River. I don't remember the last time we played Wood River in that tournament. But I think, personally, you do?
Your freshman year, I want to say.
Oh, then I was probably...
Or, no, wait, it might have been your sophomore year.
Sophomore year? I don't think we did. I think we
No.
had Centralia and Jerseyville.
His sophomore year was Centralia and
Maybe it was
Jerseyville.
JV that played.
Maybe JV.
I remember either your
JV
freshman or
playing.
sophomore year. I was there. It was in the junior high gym, and we played East Alton River.
Freshman year. That was my
Yes.
freshman year because I was doing
gonna
film
say,
for that game.
I wasn't
I was I remember I hate filming in their middle school gym.
They had one really good scorer, and that was it.
Yeah.
The team was terrible.
Well, they're always an odd team because they are either a very all-around team that's just kind of slower and not as like quick as like a school that's right next to the Roxana.
Yeah.
But either that or they usually have one really good kid that takes all their shots, like Roxana did a few years ago with Briggs, because that's really all I can compare them to.
I haven't even looked at East Elmwood River's team yet, done any film work on them. I've just been focusing on Centralia.
I know.
Yeah.
Because they have more stuff on YouTube. I'm not really.
Yeah, Centralia, I think streams all their games, so that's where most of their stuff is at.
I know that Hoopsgiving tournament last year, probably my 2 favorite JV games I've ever played, because that tournament's cool. They have JV games in the tournament. You don't see that very often. We played against Marquette in JV, and it was, I don't know, something about beating Marquette is always just
hopefully we find out what that feels like again this year.
And we beat Marquette. I think it was, there was one game we were up by like 20 in the 4th quarter. Dreeth was sick or something. Dreeth wasn't there.
Yeah.
Burnett was coaching, and he pulled all the starters in the 4th quarter, and then they made a big run and brought it to like an 8-point game. So then all our starters who were out and resting had to go back in.
That's the worst feeling when you think you're done for the day.
Yeah, I mean it wasn't a bad feeling because I don't know about anyone else. I don't like getting pulled. Period. I want to play no matter what. But that Hoopsgiving tournament's really cool. The Taylorville tournament's really cool for the girls. I try to at least make one of those games every year. Their gym's really nice. Yeah. It's a cool environment. I love looking at all the banners because Taylorville's been around forever, and their banners go back to like the 20s and stuff, and it's just like you see like state champions, record holders from like 1930, and it's just like it's cool to see the history.
They actually were here for JV football, and they were talking about how cool our gym was, and Mr. Jarman thought they were like just pulling our leg because they're the ones that have a really cool
they
gym.
have a really nice gym.
No. Those 2 games, like I said, is Roxana. Words. At Roxana against Wood River and Centralia. Those are on Tuesday the 26th. I know that is our night game. Yes. And then the 27th is that Wednesday, which is, I think, in the afternoon game. Luckily, not a morning game. Because I forget the team that plays right before us that night has to come back the next morning and play. Usually, I mean, I think our pool, it's going to be a good pool. Centralia's good every year. They, I think, have one of the highest winning percentages in the country just because they have consistently a great team. And UR, who knows, they could surprise us. But I think, honestly, our team could come out real strong out of that pool.
Yeah, then how that pool play works for that tournament, if you finish first in your pool, you'll play the first place team in the pool that you're assigned with or whatever. Second place plays second, third place third. So we will get whoever finishes the same as us out of Jerseyville, Marquette, and I want to say Southwestern.
Yeah, Southwestern, because then the other 2 pools are like
really good.
Really good.
Yeah, so we might have like
Gateway, East St. Louis.
Shout out Mr. Mason.
What's up, Mr.
And
Mason?
the tennis program. Yeah, I think the other 2 pools are really good, and we'll probably see them in the finals if we win.
Last year, that tournament was the game against, who was it, Carbondale?
Yeah, that was the first game.
That was
where we lost by like 3.
It was a really close game, really fun game. Riley, do you remember Riley's snatch block on that game?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
So I wasn't there for that first game, which kind of sucks. But I ended up sitting next to DeCarl Payne's dad the rest of the tournament, and he was super nice and caught me up on what happened. But yeah, I've watched it over and over now since I've seen
Great.
the film.
That was crazy. I mean, Riley Lamb has just had some crazy blocks last year. That tournament. Who was the other game? Southwestern.
Southwestern was game 2.
That was my first varsity minutes.
Then we
ever.
lost to. Was it Marquette?
Marquette, I think.
No, because
we didn't play Marquette in that tournament.
The third game we lost though. In the 4th game we played Freeburg and won in overtime.
Yeah.
Oh, that
remember
was the
who's
game
that
that never should have gone to overtime, right?
Yes.
And we were
Yeah.
up by like
No.
a lot, and
Yes.
like I remember that. One of those games. Hopefully, Coach Green isn't listening to this. One of
He
those.
does.
Okay, Coach Green, I'm not playing for you anymore. I'm sorry, but you're about to find some things out. That one of those games was Michigan versus Ohio State was playing in the middle of the game, and it was a pretty close game. I remember. Football game was going on, and every every timeout, I would. The bench guys sit and we're wrapped around, and my dad's up in the stands going, giving me the score updates to each game. And I remember it was mid timeout when Rod Moore had the interception to win the game, and my dad, sitting in the stands watching the game, just goes.
The only guy freaking out in the middle of the time.
And I had to contain my excitement because we're mid basketball game. But yeah, sorry, Coach Green, but that did happen.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so enough about basketball. I guess we're going to move on here to our interview with the ever so quiet Nathan Taylor. So, Nathan, tell us a little bit about yourself, your name, your grade, what sports you play, stuff like that.
I'm Nathan Taylor. I'm a junior this year, and I play soccer for the CM Eagles.
Nothing else, just soccer?
Nope, nothing else.
I'm just kidding.
You should not have said that. He's
Um,
gonna try and get you on the basketball team.
It's not gonna happen.
We need.
He used to
we
play
need numbers.
basketball, didn't
I
he?
did in middle school, yes. I did play middle school.
Even
So
more
I'm
reason you
just
should play.
finding this out. Trust me,
Hey,
Green,
second-
Dreeth, I would be all over this if I knew.
No, you missed
Second most
yesterday.
rebounds my senior
Yesterday we
year.
had a huge turnout at our open gym. Like, it was just because
I heard there were quite a bit of freshmen there.
there were a lot of freshmen, but since you went home and Brennick wasn't able to make it, it was just Coach Green and Dreeth.
I heard.
And they were a little overwhelmed, I would
Sorry,
say.
guys.
But-
Feeling much better today. Still not great, but much better. Had to miss yesterday. Nathan, Kentucky.
Yep.
Tell us about Kentucky and tell us why the thoughts of Illinois. It's so random.
So, I moved up here because I've been playing travel soccer with Gallagher over in Collinsville.
Okay.
So we made the long drive for practices twice a week, up here and back. Yeah.
Which is what,
So,
two
2.5 hours one way. So
Wow.
eventually just got tired of that. I figured out I really liked this team and I really wanted to stay on the team. And my mom, her boyfriend lives up here in Bethalto.
Oh.
So we
that's
just
perfect.
moved in with him, and my mom works in Caseyville, kept her same job, just changed locations. So it all worked out pretty nice. So
Wow.
we ended up just moving here, and I ended up here at Civic Memorial.
That's how we got so lucky to get the great Nate.
The great
Awesome.
Nate.
Great.
The great Nate. Oh, I love it.
Yeah, that's cool. So tell us a little bit about soccer season, how it went for you individually, how it went for the team, in your opinion, and kind of what your thoughts are for your senior year next year.
Well, coming from a big school like I did in Kentucky, we were state bound every year. I mean, we went to state the last 4 years in a row.
Well,
so.
they do it different in Kentucky too with state. Isn't it just there's no divisions? It's just everyone, just
No,
one big
you-
pool of everyone.
You do, well, so they do districts and region instead of region and sectional.
So like
So-
Missouri.
So you got to win your district, or you got to get first or second in your district. First and second move on to your region,
hmm
and then first place from each region moves on
And
to
it's
your
not
state.
and it's not divided by like how big the school is or
Nope.
anything. It's just
It's every
everyone
team.
everyone for themselves.
Yep.
Wow.
So like
Big or small.
yeah, so like
Jeez.
there's no 1A to 7A. Like
We-
East St. Louis could be playing us in football. Like that's
Yeah, we were.
that's how they do it there in
played-
Kentucky.
We played all the big.
That game would be fun.
Played all the big private
It's
schools.
fun to watch. Don't know if it'd be fun to play.
So
in.
while you were there, or the couple years before, did they win a state championship at all, or come
We have
close?
not won a state championship. Last year, which I'm glad I got to be part of the run. I was gonna move up here my sophomore year actually, but I told my mom I think our high school team is gonna be good one more year, and I think we could set a record for the furthest run in state. And that's what we did last year. We made it to the state Final Four last year,
Wow.
which I ended up scoring a goal in the state Final Four last year. So
Give me some.
that was really fun. The experience was really fun, and yeah, it's
So speaking of scoring a goal, you scored 25 of them this year.
Yes, I did score 25 this year.
That's quite a lot.
Yeah.
That's a couple.
Also, the amount of assists you had too, right?
It was also 25, yes.
That's crazy. Would you say you were more of a scorer in Kentucky or here?
Oh, I'm more of a scorer here. So up here, obviously we're not as good as we were in Kentucky. I kind of figured that when I moved over here, so I figured I'd have to play a little bit more attacking role this year. But back in Kentucky, we had a lot of strong forwards, a lot of talented, skilled players, so I was more of like a true midfielder. I was more of like a distributor, so I dished out a lot of assists last year. Not quite like I did this year, but I did.
Yeah, you were putting them up. Every time I looked
Yeah.
at a box score, that's what I was looking for was your assists.
Yeah, I did. But I did have quite a few assists last year as well.
Okay, so our other guest couldn't make it today, Tyler Wilson. Tell us about Tyler Wilson. He led the team in goals.
Yeah.
How were things with you and Tyler together? How did you play off one another, and how much are you gonna miss him next year?
I'm going to miss Tyler a lot next year. I mean, playing with Tyler is probably like the most chemistry I've had with a player. I mean, me and Tyler, we just work very well. I mean, I knew when he was making a run, he knew when I was making a run. And I knew if I just sent it long, yeah, if he was looking at me, or if he was
You had
looking
the
away, like
telepathy?
looking to the space,
Yeah.
I could tell. I would just play a long ball, and I knew he was running right where I would play it. So, I mean, the connection was
That's
nothing.
nice to have in
Yeah.
your first year.
It is very nice to have. I mean, well, me and Tyler also play at the same level too.
Okay.
So I mean, Tyler's a very experienced player,
Yeah.
just like me. So it was
Just like me.
it was very fun to play with Tyler.
So do we have a prediction for next year on how far you think the team might be able to go at
State
like, their
champions.
ceiling?
State champions.
Well, Lafferty did say he was going to take off some of our easier games and schedule them with more harder games. Like Hillsborough is probably not going to happen. East Alton Wood River is not going to happen. Roxanne is probably not going to happen. He's going to fill them up with like.
Dang.
It's the opposite of what we did in basketball this
Yeah.
year.
He said we're probably going to fill them up with Alton, Edwardsville, because he likes.
Honestly, that's what gets you prepared for
Yeah.
postseason play.
Yeah, I agree. That's what we did at my.
Yeah,
old
that's
school in
how
Kentucky,
that's how
too.
we were in summer ball for baseball. It wasn't as much as, I mean, it was. We played in I think 3 senior legion tournaments as a 16U junior legion team,
Jeez.
and senior legion's 19U. So you're playing kids that are
Already
freshmen in
graduated.
college. Playing college baseball. I've played with. This year I'm gonna be on a senior legion team with some freshmen in college, and it really prepares you. I know. Along with that, we played. I think it was 9 games in 11 days or something, which you can do at a professional level, but you don't see that often down in summer baseball. But it prepares us for when we get to that state tournament, which was actually in Jerseyville this year, which was nice. Didn't have to drive to Chicago.
Yeah.
But playing those games, you don't tire yourself out because you're used to it, and ultimately that's what leads to a state championship.
So there's been a lot of talk about conference shakeups because, let's face it, we're not finishing where we need to finish in the MVC for a lot of sports. I have no idea if there's any truth to any of the rumors, but I know I've heard a lot of parents talking about how we should be in a conference with like Jerseyville still, but then like Roxana, East Alton, Wood River, Marquette, schools like that. I think it'd be great as far as like bringing in potential conference championships, but I think it's going to hurt us in the long run when it comes to going to regionals. And you've been playing small schools like that the whole time, and then especially if it's basketball, we beat up on Roxana, Marquette, Wood River, and then here comes regionals and we're playing East St. Louis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Doesn't get us ready.
Well, just the regional thing has always been so weird to me because I still don't understand it completely how they set up regionals.
I don't think they understand.
Well, because I would always think it was your conference would be your regional basically, and then
Sometimes,
it's just
because
like
it's supposed to be in proximity to your
exactly,
school.
and then sometimes who was in our regional last year that was
Triad, Jerseyville, East St. Louis.
yeah, Who was the year before that? There was one team that was like way out, or maybe it was the girls regional. Who's in the girls
The
regional?
girls had one that was really far.
Yeah,
away.
the girls had a
Like
team
heck,
from,
even
like,
in
Volleyball, they had Effingham,
Effingham,
yeah,
in there.
That
That's
doesn't make sense.
I just don't understand how the regionals set up, and like, you know, for Effingham that's gotta suck because you got 3 teams or 4, however many, that are all within 45 minutes, and then you got a 2-hour drive. You know,
And you have to do it back-to-back days.
back to back.
Yeah.
Didn't phase them. They still
No,
won.
but still, I mean, that's just got to be like, I don't know.
That's
And you would
hard.
think like the number 1 seed would be the one hosting,
You'd think.
or not have to drive as far.
I don't understand the hosting either.
Everyone just takes turns.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone takes turns.
It's like a
'cause-
random draw, but only certain teams are available in the draw based on when the last time is that they hosted a regional. So like, for
That's-
example, we're not going to be in there next year for volleyball. Jerseyville won't be in there this year for basketball, but no assignments have been posted.
I was gonna say
If
because
you're from IHSA, by the way, you said it would be posted after November the 1st. It's not posted.
I was gonna say that, but like, regionals. I know basically every year that I've been in high school, we've hosted something in regionals,
Mhm.
some regional. I just remembered something. I was gonna talk about that Hoopsgiving tournament. My favorite memory from the Hoopsgiving tournament, so besides the Ohio State game that I talked about, that was funny, but my freshman year, I wasn't on varsity, but I was a stats guy. So I would do the stats, and then at the end of the game, I would walk into the locker room and give them the stats, and first of all, hopefully they'd be right. Second of all, hopefully they weren't bad, because then that was never a good conversation about the stats, which sometimes they were bad.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
half your fault.
Turnovers.
You're the one writing them down.
Dathan Green.
Yeah.
Okay. I love throwing shade at Dathan Green. Anyways.
Dathan
We love
is
you,
a friend
Dathan.
of the show.
I know. I love Dathan. He knows I love him. Anyways. We were in the locker room post game after the last game. I don't even remember how it was. Sam Buckley, he's giving a speech on how you need to be thankful. Go tell your family you love them. Thank them for everything they do. And like everyone's kind of quiet, and then Josh Hodge out of nowhere just goes, "Mac and cheese," and he's rubbing his stomach. It was. You remember
this was
this?
for because we'd all been talking on the bench about going to Popeyes after the game, and Josh was so excited to go get food. He was just because we were sitting on the bench. It was like I think me, Josh, and August was getting playing time, but not a ton. So, but we all loved Popeyes at the time. And
Y'all used to go to Popeyes so much.
Let's be honest, we all still love Popeyes.
we all
No,
still love
I'm
Popeyes,
not
but like
rocking with
it was
Popeyes.
literally every single game. It could be Tuesday night, and we would be at Popeyes until
That's how it
almost
was
midnight.
with Steak and Shake or Denny's.
Steak and Shake
Steak and
was-
Shake my sophomore year, and then Denny's.
Denny's last year.
Denny's last year
You know
was.
what? I think Hodge talked about Popeyes last year.
We were gonna do Popeyes last year.
Yeah, last year I remember I was at Hoopsgiving. This is whenever I actually got like close with some of the players on the team. They saw me at all the games, and I was like writing my notes and stuff that I would give Dreeth. And then we went to the Alton tournament that was going on at the same time,
Mhm.
right afterwards, to watch their night games. And I think Hodge talked about going to Popeyes then. That's-
Hodge and August and I. Hodge took August to the Popeyes for the first time our sophomore year, I want to say, and the game after that, August was like begging to go to Popeyes again. So us three ended up getting Popeyes, and when I tell you, I've never seen someone eat so much food as August Frankfurt did that night, because he had fries, 2 chicken sandwiches, 4 biscuits, and like a drink, and then they gave us more free food that he continued to eat when he got home. Like he
He's
reheated it
calling
as
you
soon
out,
as he got
That's
home.
how you build a
Calling-
double-double machine that
calling
is
you
August
out.
Frankfurt.
August Frankfurt, and
Built by
I think we played the next
Body
day
built
too.
by
I think it was a
Popeyes.
tournament.
Oh,
He
boy.
was perfectly fine the next day. Went, I think, had 12 points. So he.
I'm interested to see what the restaurant will be this year, because it was.
Oh, you'll know. You'll be there.
So
So
far,
you're saying-
Enough.
so far, what we've been talking about was doing Denny's again, because
Denny's-
Denny's is
oh my
open 24/7. So we're able to just go after games, and they won't kick us out. Because Popeyes, they would be like,
Just
okay.
staring through your soul, waiting.
well, either they were staring through our soul, or the first time we went, that time that August ate so much, Adam also went with us, and they started giving us like life lessons and stuff about stuff that I'm not gonna say because it was really weird. But it was like it wasn't like inappropriate, but it was like they were giving us life lessons while we were sitting there eating our chicken, all so tired that we were just like. It felt like almost euphoric that we were there because we didn't know anyone. We were just sitting there eating our chicken, and these like old women who were running this Popeyes were talking to us.
I think
what I'm getting from this is if our basketball team wants to succeed, we need to eat a lot of Popeyes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think what I will miss most from basketball isn't the games, isn't the practices. It's going out to eat with the team.
Yeah.
After, there's so many good memories. I have so many pictures, quotes that I cannot say on here. Adam Ogden, and he knows what I'm talking about. At Steak and Shake my sophomore year. Denny's
Steak and Shake was
no,
freshman
Steak and
year.
Shake my freshman year. Yeah, you're right.
We went to Steak
I
and
forget
Shake
what
one.
grade I'm in sometimes because you keep saying what grade you're in. Anyways,
I'm a senior.
Denny's. I know what grade we're in. Thank you. Denny's. Popeyes got shut down for roaches last year. Might want to find a new place.
Popeyes is still fire. We went there
Still
2
fire.
weeks ago.
I
3
don't
weeks
know
ago
who
after a
commented.
football
That's
game.
Oh, we
that's
did
my
go to
uncle. That would
Popeyes
be
and
my
it was-
uncle.
I was gonna say, but they are correct.
Yes, that
It
would
did
be,
get shut down for roaches, but it is back open.
That
All
was-
roaches might
since
still
we
be
don't
there, but
have
it's still
Mike
good.
Godar in the chat, but he will watch this later on YouTube. I just want to say happy belated birthday.
happy birthday, Dad.
Happy birthday, Mike.
He's on a plane to Vegas right now for his birthday.
Oh, Vegas is so fun.
Now I'm jealous.
Now
Vegas
he's
is so
jealous. He
fun.
might.
Don't get me started on
Okay.
I've never
Anyways,
been to
the Denny's, the best Denny's memory of all time. Actually, there's two. One time was when Cal Bronner ordered the most inedible looking steak of all time. I will find the picture and show you guys. And the other was after DJ Dutton's buzzer beater, beat Triad. I'll go to Denny's, and we're talking, and our waiter asked us if we won, and we showed him, and this dude stands up or gets down on one knee and starts hitting the windmill.
No.
His name's Hunter, great guy. We all follow him on Instagram now. Stud athlete. I'll show you. He can do like windmill dunks, like you would never expect it out of him. I don't think it works at Denny's anymore, which is extremely sad. But yeah, great memories going out to eat with the guys.
Yeah, that was the one thing that I really missed from basketball last year. The one time I went out, not the greatest experience because it was literally after DJ's thing. I had been doing the PA announcing. We walked into Denny's and I got a phone call and I had to walk right back out. But with the people that I was with, it felt like very important that I had been there. But even just missing all that stuff, that was what like really kind of drove me back to basketball almost was the fact that I was able to be with them, even though I wasn't on the team. I was doing PA announcing, but that was like one of the most important experiences.
I'm kind of sad now that you guys both brought up DJ's buzzer beater because I was looking at all the box scores from last year. It's the last win we have as a basketball program.
Really?
Yeah.
It was DJ's?
Doesn't it seem like that was way too long ago?
Yeah, that is
Haven't won a game
crazy.
since January.
Was it that
Was it
long?
January?
I remember it.
26th.
I remember it being
because we
a.
lost the next 8 straight because Redbud I think is where Adam got hurt.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh no. Yeah, I do remember that because I wasn't
remember
able.
when
I
Adam
didn't
got
go to
hurt.
any more games.
That
after
whole
that.
Columbia tournament.
Nope, it was after Columbia tournament.
It was.
Yeah, it was right
Adam
after the
was hurt
Columbia
already.
tournament.
It was after.
What?
No, he played the Columbia tournament.
He got hurt in the Columbia tournament.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
Columbia game, that's probably what it was.
Yeah.
Was
We
it?
played Columbia
We
in
played,
regular season.
we
It was
played Redbud and then
Columbia.
Columbia. He got hurt.
Yeah.
in
He got- I
Columbia.
remember
Okay,
when
so
he
he might have finished Redbud. I didn't go to the Redbud game. I watched that on NFHS or whatever.
What was the Redbud game? What happened?
Wasn't that
lost.
DJ getting hurt?
Yes, that's DJ got hurt in the Redbud game. Adam got hurt in the Columbia game. Didn't come back.
Why can't I remember the Redbud game? I remember. I played.
It was-
I played a meaningful minute in that game to play defense. But I remember because that was like the first time
I do remember you going
It was me and a freshman, I thought. Grady?
in. Reed?
Yeah, because I
Reed?
think that was
I remember that.
either Parker was sick or out just for something. DJ got hurt during that game. Adam may have gotten injured a little bit during that game and may have been
Yeah,
sitting.
I thought he tweaked something, but then he ended up playing
He ended up playing.
the
I
Columbia
remember.
game, and that's when he came out.
Yeah.
It was over from
So
Yeah, I remember.
there. Either
That-
way, it's been way too long since we got a dub.
Yeah.
I'm just-
Who's our first game? East Alton.
Wood
Stolen Wood River. So
Stolen Wood River.
I will, what time is it?
Should get it up.
We don't know. 7.
yeah,
I should be there.
I'm hoping it's by a lot.
is it?
Should be there.
26th. It's a Tuesday.
Tuesday the
before
26th. I want to say it's 7 o'clock.
I should be there. I should
So I
be
don't
in
know if I'll be
spirit.
there.
It's
I might be
okay.
going back to Kentucky.
It's okay. Go. Hey, grab your Minecraft disc while you're down there.
I will grab my
We're
mic.
playing Minecraft.
Actually,
Minecraft the new thing now?
Actually, I'm going
Is
next weekend.
Minecraft back?
Good.
Is it
Go
the
grab
two-
your Minecraft
weekend.
disc.
Is it the 2-week Minecraft phase?
Yes,
Is it that
we're
time?
we're in full force. We have I think a full realm of 10 people. Once this guy gets on,
We're
got our
gonna
houses
run over our
built.
time if we don't do door 1, door 2.
Door 1,
Okay,
door 2.
Door 1,
And
do
you-
2, because we
you
haven't
gave
talked
me a
about
look at the lunch
sports.
table like this
Can
was
we
the
talk-
best question.
We
haven't
talked
talked
about
about
OG Fortnite
sports.
coming back though.
No, OG
Chapter
Fort-
two.
Chapter 2.
It's
Fortnite.
not good. It's
OG
not
Fortnite
good.
OG
coming back.
Apex just came out.
I don't
too.
care.
I haven't
Apex
pl-
is terrible.
I haven't played Apex
This is
since
the
it first
Minecraft
came out.
player.
Minecraft,
Minecraft is
oh,
fire.
Minecraft is fire.
Minecraft,
Don't hate on
Minecraft is light years ahead of any Apex season.
I'm just too old.
What-
for Minecraft.
Name 15 people that you know that play Apex.
Not
Just
an
name me the
esports
whole
team.
Apex team.
Okay,
Is that
name.
15 people?
Ja'Cory Carter.
Oh,
Is that-
oh my! No,
He's actually really good.
he doesn't
Is
know
that 15
Ja'Cory.
people?
Do you not know?
No,
Oh,
but
wait.
he-
He has
better
a back
than
as
me.
a
No,
15,
no,
I
he
know.
wouldn't know Ja'Cory.
And if you knew who Ja'Cory was, you'd laugh.
Ja'Cory,
Dude,
great guy.
Ja'Cory's
Okay,
a great guy.
door 1, door 2. It's a short question, very hard question. I know my answer because I came up with it. Behind door 1, you know when you die. You know the date, the time, when you die. Door 2, you know how you die, but you don't know when.
And I have to pick one of these doors.
You have to pick one of the doors. You can't say I don't want to know either.
I definitely don't want to know either one, but I would say, man, they both suck.
Yeah, they do. Do you want to know my
This
answer?
got real.
Yeah,
We've
I'd say
had.
men.
I thought when I die is easily my choice because if I know how I die and it is car crash, I would never want to set foot in a car again.
Yeah.
If it was, I don't know, I don't have any
You
other,
just be
Or do you
living
think
your
maybe
life
it would
in
just
fear.
make you more careful?
but you can't change it. You can't
Yeah, you know how
like
it's
you
Oh,
know
so your
you,
date is
yeah.
already
yeah
predetermined.
you know
Yeah,
know,
so
you
you
know
know,
you're going
you
to
know
die.
how
It's
it's
going to
our.
happen.
No, I know
like,
how, but is the date still predetermined?
But you
Yeah.
don't know the date.
You don't know. You don't know
know
the
the
date.
date.
It's one or the other.
It's just fate lets you
Both
know
will
how
happen.
it
I'm
happens.
about to snap.
both will happen.
All right, they got lit in.
Okay.
I think I'd rather know when.
Oh, someone's getting yelled at. Let's go. Thanks, coach. I think I would do. I would also do win.
I think I'd do when.
But I could see the benefits of how, like say I was going to die for some complications from my diabetes or something like that. Maybe that makes me try to be healthier and extend
Right.
my life. But if the date's already determined, I'm going to go.
Right.
But you
Well,
don't know the date.
imagine
I'd
it's.
rather know the date than.
I would, yeah,
Imagine-
if they're both determined already and I can only know one. I'm
Yeah.
gonna
I feel
wanna
like
know
if
the
I
date.
knew when I was gonna die and it was like 25, I would like
Live your life to the
completely
fullest.
change my perspective on life.
Mhm.
And
Live your
like
life to the
I
fullest.
if I
Yeah,
if
for
I
sure.
if I knew I was gonna die at 25, I wouldn't go to college. I wouldn't try to go get a.
See, I think you should.
I don't think
yeah.
I would.
You would have so many experiences in college that
Yeah,
are
I think
fun.
You know
I
what?
just-
You know
Yeah.
what?
I think college
wouldn't.
leads to a lot of
I
good
feel like I
experiences,
wouldn't
too.
take college as serious.
Yeah,
I could-
that's,
I
I
would.
could see
I
that.
would
I
do
could
it.
see that,
I would
yeah.
take it more as
Like a
living
you're
a
there to have
house,
fun.
experience.
living a
Still want the
college
experience.
life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not like grinding out all my classes, making sure I'm getting the best grades possible because I'm not gonna have a job.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think
when.
that's the better option is when, because if you know how, it's just, like Dane said, it's like you're gonna be terrified. Like if it's I'm gonna get in a car
car
accident,
crash.
you're never getting in a car again.
No.
If it's
Never
you're gonna
want
drown,
to.
I'm never going swimming. I'm never going
Exactly.
anywhere
Yeah.
near water ever again. So
Dane, I'm
it's-
gonna need a happy door 1, door 2.
Okay.
Yeah, what in
We
the
will
world?
have a wonderful, great door 1, door 2.
maybe a sports one.
Dude, it's a good Friday.
Yeah.
We'll have.
At
We'll
least
have.
something where I don't have to think about my impending death.
That's okay. I will.
No,
I
this
will make sure that can happen next week. And I don't know. What
Anybody have any final things
do we
they wanna
want
talk about?
do we want a topic for door 1, door 2? Anything off the top of your head?
I've got nothing right now.
Nothing.
No clue.
We got a
Nothing.
week to think about it.
We got a week to
We
think
got a week
about
to
it.
think about who's gonna be on the show next week.
That's true.
Yeah.
I've heard from I've heard some thoughts from bowlers.
Yeah, I've heard
a lot of bowlers
Yeah, it's
wanting to be on the podcast.
That's
so
a good idea.
we
It's
might
about to
have
be bowling
we
season. We haven't
might
talked
bowling.
bowling at all.
we might
Yeah.
have
We
some
have not
bowling
talked
on the
bowling at all.
podcast next week.
Yeah, but if anyone can still like volunteer to be on, like I said, we send it out every once in a while. If we are still looking for a guest, just DM us on Instagram, or just come up to one of the three of us, and we'll probably. There's a good chance you go on eventually because
We're
just
trying to like. I've got a
rotate
lot of
through
people who've asked, but we have to sort them out to where we have those people on at the right time.
Yeah,
Like I don't want
You don't
baseball,
want a baseball
players on
player
right
on there
now.
now.
you
Yeah.
know? Like Chase Butler. We're saving you for the spring. That's all I've got. You guys.
I'm
I think I'm
good.
good.
Anything you want to say?
No, I'm good.
All
Any
right.
shout outs, Nate?
Shout out Tyler Wilson for not being
Yeah,
here.
thank you, Wilson,
Yeah,
for not
I
coming.
miss Wilson. Gonna miss Wilson.
Wilson, I don't even know if you're real, dude. Honestly, yeah, we're gonna talk about this for a second. So, we may or may not have had meaningful conversations, and I just didn't know what your name was. But to my knowledge, you don't exist. I thought today I was gonna get to meet you officially. You're not here, so I challenge you to stop by my office and prove me wrong that I actually know who you are. All
I
right,
think he's real.
I think
I'm
he's-
I'm in a math class with him.
31 goals. That's not a real dude.
I played soccer with him when I was a kid.
I like-
He's just as good then.
I don't
too.
know if I've ever like touched him, so he might just like be a hologram and you just
Yeah.
pass right through him. But I think he's real.
Well, if the hologram can come to ISS hours 1 through 3 and let me know, that'd be cool.
Okay.
Everybody else, yeah, let us know if you want to be
wait,
on
wait,
the
wait.
show or if you have any topics you want us to talk about.
One last thing. The YouTube video should be up within the next 2 days, unlike the last few. I want to mention
Please go watch. Go
on
subscribe.
episode 4 with Max and Tulio.
My glorious king
that
Max
was
Weber.
I'm gonna take the blame because I forgot to remind Hearn to download it. So that one will no longer. That one's never going up on YouTube.
Yeah, that's gone.
It's on here.
It's
though.
gone.
It's on
Is
here.
is the VOD on here?
Yeah, it
Okay.
should be on the Twitch channel.
I
If you
think
really
it's
want to go back
on
and
the
watch
Twitch
it,
channel.
you can watch on our Twitch channel. Obviously, you're watching it on here now. It's linked in our YouTube. It's linked in our Instagram. But this one should go up in a timely manner within the next few days because sometimes we either just get distracted because we're all busy or I just forget to do it because I'm the one who uploads the video. So I'll take responsibility for that. But
Go like you
it should be
you
up.
gotta hit him with a like and subscribe.
yeah.
Hit the comment button.
Don't forget
comment.
to turn on post
Yeah,
notifications.
turn
Post
so hit the
notifications.
what is it?
Click
A
that
bell?
little bell
Hit-
icon.
Hit
Click
the
the
little bell
bell.
icon.
And that's it for us. We'll see you next week.